Today I'm back for another property tour of an amazing house here in the Portland metro area. The house behind me is one of our team listings, listed for $5.295 million. All the specs will be on the screen, and we have the privilege of representing our clients who actually fully renovated this house. They purchased back in 2021, went through a multiple year renovation, named her design company. She did an incredible job, as you'll see, after the home, which we'll get to here in a minute. But want to give them all of the credit in the world, as they did a fabulous job, and it's been so well received by the public that we wanted to share it with even more of you today here on this tour. So the house is located in Dunthorpe, which is a southwest Portland suburb, one of the wealthiest suburbs in the whole area, where many of the doctors, lawyers, business owners congregate for the sense of community, the fantastic school system in Riverdale, and of course, the beautiful properties. Most of the properties here in the neighborhood are about an acre, maybe a little bit over, like this one today, and have some of the most impressive gardens. The house behind me obviously is quite the specimen, one of the original ones on this entire hill, and I'll outline some of the history of the home as we tour. Now, stepping into the house, I'll point out that it's better known as Cedarhurst. So throughout the video, we'll refer to it by the original name. Very important detail, and expanding upon the history. In the 1890s, it was commissioned by the Ladd family, one of the most prominent families in the Portland area, to be built by the best architecture firm, Whitten and Lewis. Now, what I love about this house is it's authentic to the original design. There's been no additions, subtractions, major alterations. Obviously, it's undergone an extensive renovation by the current owners that we're representing, which we will get to, but that's all interior cosmetics, the mechanics of the house, the grounds. The original house and the detail of the exterior, as you see it, is all authentic to that time period, which is so rare for over 100-year-old property. And what Whitten and Lewis really did is they positioned this house perfectly on the lot, thinking about how the spaces would work for entertaining. And what's impressive is that even to this day, the thoughtfulness from well over 100 years ago permeates into the modern lifestyle, and it lives so well. For instance, right now, we find ourselves in the formal entertaining area. This is just to the left-hand side as you enter into the foyer. And what I love about the space is on all three sides, we're looking into the gardens. You have patios flanking these two sides, and a beautiful garden behind me, which actually is on top of a 6-car garage, believe it or not. We will get to that later. Now let's transition to the formal study just across the entry foyer here. And immediately when you walk into this room, you feel the warmth. All I want to do is curl up with a cocktail by the fire, get cozy, and read a book, or maybe even get some work done. Now, you can tell there's no desk in here, and I think that's all right. I think this space actually works a lot better for perhaps a post-party conversation lounge where you have your bar cart right there, you have the fire, and trust me, there's plenty of rooms through this house, which we'll get to, for you to get some actual work done. Enough about work, let's head over here, because what they did with this room behind me is actually perfect, because as a father with a few young kids myself, having a playroom on the main floor is pivotal. Now, I love the wood paneling. Obviously, the blue color gives it a nice, rich feel. You can see the period-specific light fixture chandelier here hanging in this room. Beautiful detail with the birds up on the ceiling. And now let's head to the dining. But before we do, I want to point out the central staircase in the house. This is really the focal piece as you walk in. I love how wide the entry is. There's plenty of space for people to gather and really get their bearings before they enter the heart of the home. Then off to my left-hand side here, you have the back staircase that goes all the way up to the 3rd floor and then down to the basement. You also have a couple great storage areas, closets, in addition to a pantry and easy access to your kitchen and family room. But before we get there, check out this dining room and how massive this is. If you're buying a house like this, you really have to appreciate entertaining, whether that's business, friends, or in my case, probably family. It's an amazing house for everyone to gather and really feel at home while having their own separate spaces. What I love about this room specifically though, is you have the front patio off to my left-hand side, beautiful railing out there. I love the tongue and groove paneling up on the ceiling with those original light fixtures. And then behind me, you have an original leaded glass window. It's incredible the detail you see through here. And it looks out onto one of the most beautiful Japanese maples that I have had the opportunity of seeing outside of Portland's Japanese garden. And wow, now one of the best parts, this kitchen does not disappoint. I love the contrast in here with the dark, rich black cabinetry. You have black on the uppers, white inset cabinetry on the lowers. And then the owner did a fantastic job of designing this in such a way where that contrast is continued with the quartz countertops here. You have black on the outside with the nice working island with the white quartz on the inside. Very, very beautiful cabinet detail here. I love the hardware choices. And the appliance package on this one is actually quite unique. You have a 48-inch Hestan range, dual oven sides right there. You have 4 beverage refrigerators throughout this house. So whether it's snacks, protein shakes, cocktails, whatever, you are covered. Sub-Zero right behind me. You have 2 large farmhouse style sinks and an ice maker right here. The design of the kitchen itself is actually pretty functional. A lot of these older homes have galley style kitchens and they're often closed off to the rest of the house. What I love about this space is how open it feels, not only to the family room and dining area, which we'll get to, but also from a practicality standpoint, you have great visibility out into the motor court. You have an upper 2-car garage, and that would probably be my day-to-day garage really, because you can park here, easily bring groceries in, and check out this mudroom right here. You've got an atrium skylight right above, tons of storage here, plenty of space for coats, shoes, things like that. And then I love the old farmhouse style sink right here. Again, the natural light in this space is unbelievable. Plus, check this out. You can open this up. You can actually see through. This is a great space if you had a dog or something like that. There's a heater in here. It'd be a really nice area to section off and close up if you needed to do something like that. Now follow me this way. We've got an amazing pantry right in there. That's where they tucked away the microwave. And I love, again, the rich cabinetry. And here we have our day-to-day dining nook area. Again, very large table. I love the bench style seat and the decor is on point. Now backing into the corner here, we have a powder. This isn't just any powder. I love the rich wallpaper, the sconces, the gold hardware. And come on, keep coming, Sam. This bathroom also serves the front of the house. And believe it or not, we've got a hidden bar in this closet. So I'll open this up. You have a sink, ice maker, and plenty of storage for all your favorite cocktails. But back to that main space, this family room is one of my favorites. Check out the size of this sectional in here. Plenty of space to get comfortable, enjoy, the game. You have a nice big TV, beautiful fireplace, and the whole area is surrounded by these beautiful French doors which open up. The owners have done an incredible job of making this not only authentic to that original architecture like we talked about and the period of the home, but also usable for today's modern family. For instance, one of the most impressive parts about the house, in my opinion, being a huge tech guy, is you have a Control 4 system with a whole home integrated sound system where you can control obviously the sound, the lighting, the heat, everything from the convenience of your phone or tablet. Now let's head up to the second story of this beautiful home. Now it's not very far up, but in case you get tired, check out this room right behind me. In fact, not just getting tired, this is one of the best destinations of the house. You have bench seating all along the perimeter, beautiful windows overlooking the gardens behind me, as well as roof access. The whole exterior of the home actually has convenient awnings too. So you can imagine back in the 1890s, they didn't have air conditioning. So awning systems on these homes were very important. And the owners, as well as the previous owners that have maintained this home over the past 100 years, have added updated awning systems on the exterior. Now the house on paper is over 11,000 square feet, but remember, that comprises all 4 levels. For most families, they're going to be doing their day-to-day living on the first 2 levels. Behind me, I'm stepping into the foyer of the primary suite. This is an incredible space and centered on the front of the house. You can see these doors open to one of those Romeo and Juliet balconies overlooking the front garden and driveway. And the cool part about this is if you can go back in time and picture this property back 100 years ago, all of these trees were very immature and you could actually see the Willamette River. Now, as we go up to the next level, you can see the river as well as Mount Hood, but right now, I personally love the fall colors outside of every window I look. And then backing into the bedroom itself, again, another beautiful fireplace, paneling behind the bed wall, beautiful updated windows in this room, including a patio door access that takes you out onto your own private sun deck. And one incredible detail is I just want to point out the amount of copper out here, all along the ledger here, the copper gutters. The quality of materials on this home is really unmatched. You don't see this in new construction. Now, stepping into the bathroom, what I love about this is how unique the layout is. You almost have this H-shaped bathroom with his and her side. Now on her side, you get a more spacious vanity, including the makeup area right here, perfectly designed with natural light coming in from both angles, heated floors. A lot of storage here, opens to a beautiful closet. I love the quality of the build out they did on this closet, and they brought those herringbone hardwood floors from that entry and throughout right into this closet. So incredible detail. And then on the opposite side, you have his vanity as well as the very spacious shower. I love the tile selection here and how light filled this room is. Washlet toilet, plenty of space, as you can see, for the sideboard furniture, and overall just a very well executed bathroom. Now to round off this floor, you have 3 very spacious rooms, including the guest suite right behind me, and then the 2 boys' rooms, beautifully themed on either side. Now, off to my right-hand side, you have that central staircase, which we'll take up in a minute here, but you also have a laundry room. This is one of 2 laundry rooms in the home. This one would probably be more of your day-to-day practical laundry room. I love the atrium lighting here with that skylight, original workbench behind me with updated cabinets and access to the roof right there. And now we find ourselves on the 3rd floor. We're on the top now, believe it or not. Although I'm not gonna be going up, guys, the ladder right here, that does provide roof access, believe it or not, but there's plenty to see on this level. Beautiful chandelier here in the hall, little storage corridor right there with built-in dresser. 2 bathrooms up here. This is a hers bathroom with the clawfoot bathtub and toilet, really nice use of space. Adjacent to one of the studies, you can see how the ceiling details all dormered up here, making it very cozy. I love the rich wallpaper. It's all hardwood floors throughout. You can see the radiant heater behind me. This would be my preferred spot to get some work done, believe it or not. And walking down the hall, you have one of the themed bathrooms in the house. Believe it or not, there's the toilet room right there. We don't have to picture that. But behind me, you will see there's no toilet except for the urinal in this bathroom. But beautiful Brooklyn themed bathroom with the darker subway tiles, contrasts really nicely with the marble in the shower, amazing sink, and a nice little reading nook there in the corner too. And now we have all of the bedrooms for this floor. There's 3 additional bedrooms, believe it or not. 2 really good sized ones on either side. Here in the hall, you have a nice amount of central storage. And then behind me here, you have, this is almost a mirror image of the opposite side when you come in here, but really, again, creative use of space. This one definitely has a different feel, more of like a changing room, a sitting area, because you have a beautifully finished closet, which could make for a great bedroom up here, or perhaps just a seasonal closet in addition to the closet space downstairs. All right, now getting down to the lowest floor, we are in the basement officially. A lot of good storage in this room with a couple dedicated storage rooms, as well as exterior access behind Sam. Off to my right-hand side here, we have a massive mechanical area. And then of course you have to have wine collection in a house like this. So welcome to the wine speakeasy. I love what she did with these floors. You can see that herringbone finish. When I first came down here, believe it or not, I thought these must be original floors because it's brick, but it's actually a tile that they overlaid all of the slab down here. and it does an incredible job of making it feel like a basement cellar. I will say I really like the space down here as it's very useful. You can see the kitchen behind me, perfect for entertaining. You have those same high quality inset cabinets that we saw in the kitchen, and then a massive kid play zone right here where I could just see retreating down here, spending a couple hours getting all that energy out of your young ones. And then of course, while they're playing right here, you can get some work done in this room. Check out this laundry room. Honestly, one of the more impressive laundries I've seen with the dual washer dryer. There's enough cabinets in this space that rivals most kitchens, no joke. And then a nice working area. And you do get some natural light coming out of that egress window right there. Of course, what's a basement without a theater? Now it's gonna get dark in here, Sam, but understandably so. You can see the theater style seating right here, full surround sound, large flat screen TV. You could throw a projector in here if you wanted to, but obviously with young kids, sometimes just having a large flat screen makes a lot more sense. All right, so the sun's come out, so we decided to take advantage and step outside to show you the exterior grounds of this property, which are oh so incredible. Now, the property itself is 1.65 acres, and trust me when I say this, you will not find more impressive landscaping in the Portland metro area. From the banana trees that you see right behind me to the wisteria, you have a beautiful garden up there, cypress trees, some of the most mature magnolias I've ever seen. The house is truly incredible, and it gets even better at nighttime. And I know we have some B-roll footage we'll show you, but everything is lit up, making these grounds some of the most impressive, bar none, that you will find. And when purchasing a home like this, obviously entertaining probably fits into your world in some form or fashion. There's plenty of space out here to do so. Imagine hosting a dinner here with maybe some late night dancing off to the garden behind me right there. And then of course you have the pool. It's not a huge pool, but it's one of those infinity swim pools. So you've got a jetted system that will produce a current, giving it a really nice flow, providing a lot of utility and function, especially if you do like to swim for exercise. Now, as we make our way to the motor court, I will say this property is a gardener's delight. Obviously you've got the greenhouse right there, plumbing and heat in the greenhouse. Plenty of space for garden beds as well. Now let me show you that motor court that we spoke about earlier. Here's the back entry to the mudroom of the house, kitchen right here in this corner. All beautiful paver style stones right here, opening to your extra wide 2-car garage. There is a basketball hoop, of course, for your kids, so you can literally prepare dinner right there. Kids could be playing right out here in this motor court. Then I love the brick inlay right here that's designed to really showcase the roundabout to your porte cochere covered space. Imagine in the rain, right? It does rain, believe it or not, in the Portland metro area, but your guests could pull up, get dropped off, and easily walk to the front of the house to get in so they can stay nice and dry. Not only that function, of course, but it's absolutely a beautiful architecture detail. One of my favorite parts about this exterior of the home. Another great feature of this property is honestly the drive up. You have a gated entrance, and from the street, you cannot see the house nor any of the driveway. But as soon as those gates open and you meander up this winding drive, you really get a sense for the prestige, the beautiful landscaping. And one of the first things you're going to see are these massive garage doors right behind me. They fit in so well. This structure is not original to the house. As you will see, it's actually quite impressive. You have 3 garage bays, but they go extra deep in there, so each spot is tandem. You can easily fit 6 collector's cars. We'll light it up, show it all the inside, but you have steel beams and concrete construction surrounding it. It's built like a bunker, honestly, and believe it or not, it's actually been engineered to support the weight of a helicopter. So you can land your own helicopter on top of the structure in your front yard. Pretty cool. All right, so that wraps up today's tour. We are so thankful for you coming along and checking out one of the most beautiful homes in all of the Portland metro area. Honestly, probably the West Coast, and it's an incredible value, as I think you might agree. If you can envision living in a property like this, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to give you a private tour, show you some of the things that we didn't see in today's tour, just because it is such a big house. It's impossible to show everything. But as always, We appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and make sure to like this video so we can do more and more of these tours each and every week for you guys.